can't be possible. Oh my God.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a reading on accuracy of political polls. How many of you have been hearing that the polls are tied between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? Well, I would like to ask Spirit to help us to see whether those polls are accurate. All right, and I also want to maybe take a look at who is winning as of right now. So we're looking at whether the polls are giving us the truth and what Spirit has to say about who's winning. All right, so I just had a card to pop out, and this is, we are looking for the truth. This is the card of truth. We're looking for the truth. All right, let's see. Spirit, tell us about these polls. All right, I had a card to pop out. Let's take a look at it. It is the Seven of Cups. All right, Seven of Cups is a scattered energy. It's all, it can mean smoke and mirrors. So are these polls accurate? I just don't think they are. There may be some portion, or I just, you know, this is telling me everything I suspected, that they're all over the place. All right, so that's the one card pull. Let me just do a 3-card past, present, future about these polls. All right, accuracy of the polls. Okay, we had one fly out. Cards are flying. Energy is very, very active. All right. So I just turned over that first card. And all right. So the first card that flew out is the Tower card. Tower card is, well, usually it's a very disruptive energy. You know, it's usually about things that are very unexpected. So it is a no card. And the next card is the Magician card. And with this, I'm feeling like there may be some manipulation with some of the polls. It might have to do with whether pollsters are, the way they're asking questions to kind of skew to get the answers that they want, so that their polls will skew a certain way. It's very manipulative. And then there's the Three of Cups, which is a yes card. So I'm feeling like, again, scattered energy. Some of it is smoke and mirrors. Some of it is just a lot of hype. You know, they're not all accurate. And they're not what we should rely on for making any decisions. We need to go investigate everyone that we are looking at voting for. We need to look at their policies. We need to do the proper due diligence of research and vote. Vote your interests, okay? All right, so that's that with the polls. Now I'm really curious about the energy around both of these candidates, because if you've not been living under a rock, and you've been seeing and hearing what's been happening lately as of the past couple of weeks, Donald Trump has been acting quite strangely, and I think he's definitely upset because he's being called out on what he's been lying about, and also, you know, his crowds. He got really upset when people were talking about his crowds are not very large. I know that that kind of just digs at him, and that people were leaving his rallies early, and then recently he actually left a rally and didn't provide transportation for his attendees of a rally to get back to their cars. So anyway, let's take a look. I'm going to pull 3 cards for both of them. So 3 cards, please, for Donald Trump. If things were held, if the election were held tomorrow, how's he looking? How's he looking? Oh, try not to drop them. Okay. Donald Trump, please. All right. Okay. And Kamala Harris. 3 cards. All right. So, if it were held tomorrow, I get, actually, I get that Donald Trump is slightly ahead. First card for him is the Queen of Cups. And I'm feeling like there are some women who are still under, you know, the cups, with this particular cup being covered, they still support him on the down low. Okay? So there's a segment of women supporters for Trump who still support him, who are going to be voting for him. Next card is the Justice card. Okay, so this card is a good card and a not so good card when it comes to him because he's a convicted felon. So, but, you know, the thing about it is the next card after that is the White House. So there are actually voters that don't give it that he's a convicted felon. So, right, you know, we have an element of his supporters who literally don't even care. And there's no amount of truth sharing that is going to change their mind. Okay? All right, so that's Donald Trump. Now, Kamala Harris's cards. I got the Devil card, which is about all the negative crap that is being slung at her. She's getting a lot of incoming. And you know what? I have to hand it to her. She has been, in my view, handling it well. I guess she was probably expecting it, and I mean, Trump has been really sending her a lot of negative energy. JD Vance has been doing his part of sending negative energy. And, you know, it was expected. It was to be expected. The next card I got is the Seven of Swords. And this one I feel is that she is definitely, she's gathering up, she's gathering steam, she's gathering strength. Regardless of everything that's been thrown at her, she's been able to fight and gather strength, and she's like kind of, you know, she's doing some things in a way that is surprising to some of her opponents. They weren't expecting her to do. And then the last card is the Two of Cups, which is about working together. And she's got a lot of support. So, I mean, I see that these cards are kind of reflective right now of, and I'm surprised, of some of the polling, that it's a push and pull of energy. You know, some is going towards Trump and he's getting some points, and then it's a tug of war pull back over into Kamala and Tim's camp. I think in the very beginning, when Kamala and Tim came out, it was extremely exciting, and they really had a lot of steam, and they were really steaming ahead. And what's important is that no one give up. It's getting down to the wire. I don't want to make anybody nervous, because I'm not seeing anything major in either direction. I'm literally seeing through my reading here that the polls might be kind of right for now. So let's take a look. I want to do, before we sign off here, I want to pull a oracle card, because we need to make sure that we are not slipping into any lower vibration energies and worrying too much about this outcome. We definitely need to do whatever we need to do, whether it be vote or assist someone in registering. I'm not quite sure about the cutoff times now, because there are people already starting to vote in some states. So if you're watching me from many different states, I can't speak to all the different states and their cutoff times. But definitely make yourself available to someone who needs a ride to the polls, or someone who, you know, just needs some encouragement. That's a very important thing. So let me pull a card for us to wrap things up. Again, this is from my Buddhism reading cards. All right, let's see. All right, and here's the card. Give up all ideas about yourself and simply be. There's a great difference between struggling in life and loving life. The practice of renunciation, or voluntarily letting go, will help you in this struggle and make loving life possible. For when you are not struggling, you can give all you have to love, to dream, to be who you truly are, and to everything that you do wholeheartedly. And another thing to remember about releasing the energy of struggle is that you then release tension and resistance. What's important about releasing the resistance energy is that you invite a flow of positive things, a flow of things that you are trying to manifest. So let's make sure that we take some time to meditate. Close your eyes for just 5 minutes and take very deep breaths. Try to clear your mind of your problems. Not that you're going to get rid of them in 5 minutes. You're just going to release the thought of them and breathe. Know that this too shall pass. And once you relax your mind, you'll have more clarity to better deal with any challenges that you may be having to deal with. And know that there's no perfect person, no perfect solution, no perfect anything. We all have things that we need to understand that will have lessons for us or for others. We have to understand that we cannot control everything around us, especially people. So all we can do is encourage others and encourage ourselves to do the next right thing, breathe, and release. Okay, everybody, let's keep going forward. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.